Hello you guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing my newborn must-haves. Celine is currently asleep. She is a little over a month now. She's 6 weeks today actually. So yeah, a little over a month. I feel like this month has been so long. I've learned so much in this month and I feel like a lot of things that well, from the beginning, honestly, I kind of just bought everything that I thought I'd need. I didn't know what I was going to need, what I wasn't going to need. So I was like, I'm going to be safe and just buy everything. When it came to products, clothes, just baby items in general, there's a lot of things I feel like I didn't necessarily need, but again, every baby's different. There's a lot of things that work for Celine that didn't work for like my friend that has a baby, and I don't know, it's just different for everyone. So take this advice with a grain of salt and just kind of try things and see what your baby likes and what they don't like. But these are personally what worked for me and what I recommend as like the top must-haves for a newborn. Starting off with one of the things I personally recommend most is a nursing pillow. My nursing pillow is from Burp. I'm gonna put pictures of everything that I'm talking about on the screen. So my first one that I recommend is the nursing pillow. We love it, you guys. I think I would have so many back problems if I did not have this nursing pillow. It just helps support my back when I'm feeding her, and I bottle feed Celine, but I mean, even if you are breastfeeding, like having that nursing pillow helps your back so much. My husband uses it, I use it, anyone that honestly comes over and feeds her uses it. It is really comfortable, and I even like sleep with it. I use it for more than just nursing, like I use it for myself too. So that is something I highly recommend, is getting yourself a nursing pillow and saving yourself some back problems. There's so many different brands. I honestly don't know if there's a difference between them all, but the one that I have from Burp, you guys, is so soft. It is literally crazy. Like, I don't know if they all feel like that, but I absolutely recommend mine. My next must-have is a rocking chair, you guys. There's so many different kinds you can get. There can be high-end, more on the affordable side, so you kind of just get as you please, but mine is from Nurture and I love it, you guys. Not only is it cute and aesthetic, but it reclines fully, so when I'm feeding her, I can recline the chair up, I can rock, kind of just do whatever's most comfortable. But I definitely recommend that, because when you're feeding her, like I said before having a baby, that I didn't want to get my baby used to being rocked around or like the need to be moved, but you know, you just kind of do things when your baby's here, and I really tried to avoid getting her used to being like rocked and stuff in the very beginning, but you know, you just end up doing it. So I don't know, a rocking chair is something I highly recommend. We use it a lot, and now we honestly just lounge in it too. Like, it's something we're going to keep after the baby as well, because it's just comfortable. So I definitely recommend a rocking chair. We actually, if you guys saw my first video when we had set it up, it was in the nursery, but she doesn't even sleep in here except for naps during the day. Majority of the time she's in our bedroom, so we honestly moved the rocking chair to our bedroom and we just keep it in there, and we use it to watch TV, we rock her. I don't think we would end up moving it in here, honestly, because it honestly just doesn't fit, so we probably wouldn't move it in here. We'll keep it over there, but yes, I highly recommend a rocking chair. Now, this one was recommended to me, and I kept seeing people say you need to get a lot of Burp cloths, and I was like, okay. So I got them and we use them a lot. Like, I bought a 10-pack off Amazon. I use them to feed her, and as she gets older, I know they start to spit up more and they start to drool, so having those is really convenient. We use them for bath time as well. Like, I'll get it wet and lay it on her to keep her warm in the bath. So I highly recommend Burp cloths. I have them just all over the house. Honestly, I keep them in my living room, in my bedroom, here, in my bag, in my car. Like, I don't know, they're pretty convenient, and I find myself reaching to them pretty often. Something no one told me when having a baby is that their hands can get smelly. Like, I know little toddlers can obviously be smelly as they get bigger, and you know, they're starting to like grab things and touch things, but like my newborn, you guys, I'd say this started maybe 2 weeks in. I just noticed her hands were kind of smelly, and it sounds gross, but because they, you know, they keep their fists like balled up probably all day long. But I had opened her hand up, you guys, and there was just like lint balls all in her hand. And it just, I don't want to say it smelled gross, because it didn't smell gross. It just was like smelly in general. So I started using this micellar water. It's a baby like it's almost like, it's basically, this micellar water is so cool. I mean, you can use wipes. That's what I was doing for 2 days, but I just prefer this micellar water because it has a nice smell to it, and I feel like it gets a better clean. So I'll use it to clean her hands, in her neck, because you know, when they eat, they kind of will get milk stuck in here, even when I use a Burp cloth. I like to use it every morning also. So we give her baths at night. So every morning I like to kind of just like wipe her eyes from sleep, wipe her hands, wipe her neck. I have found this micellar water to be so convenient. I really, really like it. And I just feel like it refreshes her. And yeah, no one told me baby hands can get smelly, so I'm telling you. The next thing I recommend is getting some sort of caddy. I have caddies all over the house. I keep one in my bedroom, I keep one in my car, and I keep one in my living room. That also, I guess you could say, is just me being lazy from wanting to walk all the way in here and do things, but let me tell you, especially that first week, you guys, when I was literally just fighting for my life, trying to figure out my newborn, figure out myself, like kind of find our system and routine and stuff, I had caddies everywhere. If we were sitting in the living room and she needed a diaper change, I could just reach that caddy. Bedroom, same thing. My car, same thing. And all of them have the same items in general. All of them have a couple diapers, a couple wipes. I keep an extra like short sleeve onesie. I keep one extra long sleeve onesie just in case she has a blowout look. And then I also keep a burp cloth, and I might keep a pacifier in each one, again, just to have the things I need in every single room. So those Caddys are super, super helpful. And it doesn't even need to, it doesn't even need to, oh my God, I can't. It doesn't even need to, oh my God, I can't. It doesn't even need to necessarily be that specific Caddy. You can just use a basket, but I found those to be super convenient. I just have them laying all over the house just to make, you know, things a lot quicker, and I don't have to walk here every single time I want to change her. Another must-have for me is little thin, like muslin, is that the word? Muslin blankets. I specifically use these for when I'm out and I want to cover her car seat. Now my car seat has like a zipper thing, and I can undo like this cover of the car seat that comes attached to the car seat. I'm pretty sure all car seats have them, but I just prefer to lay like a really thin blanket over sometimes, something really light and breathable when I'm out at a restaurant or if I'm at the store and I just want to cover her up really quickly. So I really like to use those, especially in the summer, like when you're out and about and you don't want to carry around a thick blanket in case I get so scared that she's gonna like overheat in the car seat. So I like to just keep a super thin blanket for when I am like, let's say in the mall or store, a restaurant. Again, take all of these with a grain of salt and just see what your baby likes. These are just things that I've found myself leaning to very frequently. Okay, this next one, you guys, we're getting into swaddles. Now, this definitely varies baby to baby. So when I first gave birth to Celine, I had her in the Velcro swaddles that keep her arms down like this. And I'd noticed during daytime naps and stuff, when I wouldn't swaddle her, she was always sleeping, you know, like this or like this, like with her hands up. So I bought the Swaddle Me, the Love to Dream is what it's called. This was when I'd say a week or 2 weeks. I was like, let me try the swaddle. So I put her in it. I felt like she didn't like it. I returned it. I actually hated it, matter of fact. I didn't feel like she liked it. I felt like she was so restricted sleeping with her hands up. I was scared she didn't like that. Even though I knew that's how she would nap, I don't know. I just didn't really like it. So I put her back in those Velcro swaddles that keep her arms down, and I'd noticed when she was sleeping or like when she'd wake up or even when I was trying to put her to sleep, like she just seemed irritated, and I felt like she didn't like being so tied down, which is contrary to what you hear because a lot of babies do like to have their arms down and like tied up. But I just felt like she'd get extremely frustrated with her arms tied down, and when I'd undo the swaddle, then she'd relax. So I was like, okay, so the swaddle is clearly the problem. And then I started thinking again, I'm like, okay, well, she likes to sleep with her arms up, so I decided to buy the Love to Dream again. I gave it another shot, even though I returned it the first time, and she ended up loving it, and now that's all she sleeps in. I never really thought about the fact that newborns startle and it wakes them up from their sleep. I know it's called like Moro reflex or something. She's over a month and she's still doing that, so I'm not sure when it's gonna die down. I'm gonna guess around 2 months, 3 months, it kind of will go away, that reflex, and I won't have to maybe swaddle her for daytime naps. But I bought that swaddle, gave it another chance, and she absolutely loves it because she sleeps with her arms up, and you know, she's still free to somewhat move around, but not enough to like her startles to wake her up. So yeah, she's able to kind of like wiggle around in it, but nothing too much. I have found that she's absolutely loved that swaddle, so I highly recommend it. If you find that your baby loves to sleep with their arms up, you should give that swaddle a shot. Now, I don't know if every baby gets baby acne, but from the babies I've seen, majority of them get baby acne. They'll get like little pimples all over their face. I don't know if it's from kissing or what exactly causes it. But so the first week, Celine wasn't really having baby acne. Then I'd say after that, she started getting random ones pop up, and it would be so weird, you guys, because some would, let's say, pop up here. She'd get like 4 right by each other. And then a couple hours later in the day, or like by the nighttime, they were gone, and there's like new ones over here. Like they were coming and going so fast. And I decided to try Tummy Todd, which is like this little cream. I kept seeing it all over Instagram, like ads for it, TikTok. I was like, let me give it a shot, because it's this all over ointment and it was hyped up for baby acne. So I was like, you know what, let me try it. And I love it. I think you can also use it for like eczema, rashes. It doesn't have to only be baby acne. I know it can be used all over the body, but I love it, you guys. If she has some pimples pop up, I will literally put this cream on her face. They're gone by the afternoon or like midday. And again, hers weren't so bad. I'm very thankful she would just have like little flare-ups. I don't know how efficient it is on like a full face of baby acne, but I have found it to be so helpful. And I honestly think it stopped her from having a full flare-up of baby acne because I'm putting it on her every single day. It's stopping them kind of before they come, or if I notice some come up, I'll just put a dab on her face and leave it there, and it's gone honestly by the end of the night. So I have found that cream to be so helpful. So this one might be kind of obvious, but my next must-have, you guys, is a baby monitor. Any sort of camera. I know there's like Nanny. I don't know if Owlette has a camera, but there's all these different brands. I got one on Amazon. Honestly, I don't even know why I picked it. I just saw my friend using it and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get her camera. It's not Wi-Fi based. I've seen some crazy stories of like freaks hacking into baby cameras and talking to the baby. I don't know, those were weird. So I got one that's not Wi-Fi based. And I think this just gives me peace of mind when she's napping. Like I find myself kind of peeking in the room literally every couple minutes. It might just be a new mom thing, I don't know, the anxiety, whatever it is, but a camera has helped that a lot. I just turn the full volume on and I carry that camera around with me doing whatever I'm doing, whether she's napping in here, in my room, and I just unplug it from the wall, plug it in wherever she's sleeping, and yeah, I'll just go do whatever I need to do and carry my monitor around, and it kind of gives me some peace of mind. I don't know what other cameras have, but my specific one, I'm gonna link it. You can talk to her through the camera. You're able to move, like on the monitor, I can click buttons to move the camera up and down, side to side. You can get multiple cameras for it for when you do have, let's say, another baby and they're in a separate room. So yeah, that might be an obvious one, but I definitely recommend getting a monitor. Okay, my next must have, I'm gonna break it into two. The first one is the little flower bed that you put in the sink for little babies to take a shower. Not a shower, a bath. So we were using the little flower in the sink for the first, I'd say 3 weeks. And I was way too scared to put her when she was first born in those like bathtubs, the little baby bathtubs in the bath. I was too scared to like lay her in that. I felt like she was so flimsy and like wobbly, and I was not comfortable to like lay her in that. So what we were doing was getting that little flower, putting it in the sink and like filling it up with water and making it warm. And she would lay in there and she loved it. So she in general loves bath time. Maybe that makes it a little easier. But the first thing I recommend is that flower for the first couple weeks till she's a little more kind of stable and holding herself and not so wobbly and flimsy. And now that she's a little over a month, we transitioned her into the bath like literally this week. We use the little bath, it's a mini bathtub, and I fill it up and she sits in it and I'll bathe her in that. The cleanup for that is a lot easier. With the flower, it's only annoying because like let's say she poops in the bath, which I thankfully didn't have that scenario. She never pooped in that flower, but if she pooped in that, that'd be a little gross because it is fabric. But I was kind of worried. I was like, does this grow mold on it because it's fabric, or like how do you clean it? But no, I would just wring it out after. I'd rinse it out with some water, I'd wring it dry, and then I'd let it air dry in the bathtub. And by the next night, it was fully dry. And then I'd say every like 2 baths, I would throw it in the washer. I'd throw it in the washer, dryer, it'd come out literally brand new. So I really recommend that the first couple weeks just because I was so scared. Let me tell you guys, one thing that I was kind of stubborn about in the beginning was my onesies. I wanted the cute button ones because honestly, the cuter onesies are the ones that fully button up. Those are not convenient, you guys. When a baby is screaming and you're trying to change her diaper, and she doesn't really like her diaper being changed, I feel like. When she's getting her diaper changed, especially on the changing pad, I noticed, because it's kind of cold, she gets very irritated. And you know, I'm just trying to change her diaper as quick as I can before she starts literally screaming. Now, I do have a couple button-up onesies that I use because they're so cute. Like I had to buy some. I have, I'd say 3, but you guys, the double zipper onesies are a must-have. The ones that zip up and zip, I think it's 2 zippers. You can zip it up for when you're dressing her, and then like when you're having a diaper change from the leg, you just go like this, and you can, without fully undressing the onesie, you can just change the bottom half of her. I highly recommend double zip onesies, you guys. Please get those, or get magnetic me onesies. There's just literally a magnet. You snap it open and you snap it shut. You're definitely gonna want those super quick, easy to use onesies. They have those hand covers that's like double win. I never put those mittens on Celine. I didn't find the need for it. I cut her nails kind of frequently, and then honestly a lot of the time, like I said, I just flipped the cover of her onesies on her hand so she wasn't scratching her face. Now don't get me wrong, buy those button-up onesies if you find some and you love them. Absolutely get them. Okay, I really wish I could recommend some sort of like swing bouncer or something like that, but she doesn't like the swing I have right now. It's a Graco swing. You know what she does love though? The car seat. Anytime I put her in the car seat and I start driving, that girl is happy as can be and she falls asleep instantly. But I have found that she doesn't like the swing, and I know a lot of babies love the swings. So again, there's a lot of things though that she kind of wasn't really liking one week, the next week she did like. So I'm kind of waiting that swing out, I'd say till 2 or 3 months before I decide to switch it out to something else. Next must have, you guys, is the Snuggle Me lounger. Let me tell you, this saved my life. Now, you don't have to get Snuggle Me specifically. You can get Docata. I know there's so many different kind of baby loungers. Noticed Celine personally does not like when I lay her in like a flat open space, especially when she's sleeping. She has longer stretches of sleep when I lay her in that lounger because she likes kind of feeling hugged and not so open, even when she's in a swaddle. Now I won't have her sleeping in that when she starts to roll because I know that's like a breathing hazard. It's not safe. And I always have an eye on her when she is in that lounger. Having a lounger has made my life so much easier. Even when she is awake and she's just kind of chilling and like playing around, I might be doing something in the kitchen and I'll lay the lounger like on the island and she'll just lay in there, and I also don't have to worry about her like maybe rolling or just, I don't know, I get worried even though she can't roll yet. But yeah, that lounger is a lifesaver. She personally loves it. And it's funny because my friend that has a baby and she's 2 weeks older than Celine hates her lounger. So I don't know, it's different for everybody. My next one is a baby carrier. So I got mine from Mabe Carriers, I believe it's how it's pronounced. You guys, it took me so long to get my hands on that carrier. It would keep getting sold out. I highly recommend a carrier. I was using it wrong actually for the first few times I wore it, until people on Instagram and TikTok were like, you are not wearing that right. And I figured out that there was a way to adjust it to newborn sizing. And now I wear it right and I use it pretty often, I would say. There are some days where she literally just does not want to be put down. And you know what? You're forced to just wear them if you want to get stuff done and go do stuff around the house. So I will put her in that carrier and I will vacuum, I'll do the laundry, I'll do whatever I need to get done. I'll go on walks with her in it. My husband will go on walks with her in it. We use that carrier a lot more frequently as she's getting bigger. Anyways, these are some of my top must-haves. I'm trying to think if there's any more that I can remember right now.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't know how I completely forgot to mention a diaper pail. I have Diaper Genie, and let me tell you guys, just get a diaper pail because diapers freaking stink, okay? You don't want that in your kitchen trash can, in your bathroom trash can. They're so smelly, and you want one that can contain the smell.
There's maybe half the things I recommended someone else isn't gonna recommend. So just try things out on your own and see, but these are just from my personal experience, what worked for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know the kinds of videos you guys want to see. I want to recommend as much as I can to all the future moms that are following me, because this is all the things I was looking at before I had my baby. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.